What's up, everybody? Today we're going to learn how to make a little pork butt here. So as you can see, I got the pork butt from Wegmans. It's about 6.5 pounds. And here's the starting lineup. This is what you're going to need. You're going to need a big pan, stuffing pan, any kind of cooking pan, a spray bottle, apple juice, the barbecue sauce of your choice, but if you make a good choice, it'll be Rufus Teague, Worcestershire sauce, Worcestershire, Grey Poupon, yellow mustard, brown mustard, the mustard of your choice, salt and pepper, a lemon. I like sweet onions, but any kind of onion. The rub of your choice, or we can make a rub, and tomato ketchup, preferably no high fructose corn syrup. So I'm going to be cooking this on a smoker that I just got recently, the Masterbuilt smoker. It's an electric smoker, so it's kind of great because, you know, you can keep it on a balcony, you can keep it on a porch, plugs right in. So I'm going to set this bad boy for 250 degrees. It's low and slow, but it's not as low as some people like to cook at 225, but that's what it is. And then I'm going to set the time for about 8 hours. Then you close the door, and the heating begins. So however you do it, find a nice clean area to work with, and let's take a look at this pork butt. Pork butt is not from the pig's butt. It's actually from the pig's shoulder. As you can see, here's a nice little picture of the shoulder blade. So you'll know that your pork butt's done when the blade's basically able to be pulled out with no effort and the thing just basically falls apart. It's juicy. Pig, pork, it's not the type of meat that you're going to sit there and let get to room temperature like you might with a steak. So we're going to start seasoning this bad boy. Basically eyeball this rub. It's not complicated. First of all, you can use any rub that you want. If you like your pork spicy, if you like it sweet, you can make your own sauce, which we'll do later. But the bottom line is you want to put a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and a little bit of whatever else you like. Garlic salt, onion powder, cayenne pepper, smoked paprika, whatever you want. Brown sugar is another good one, especially down south. And you know what? We're going to put this together. We're going to do about 1/8 of a cup of salt. Kosher salt only, 1/8 of a cup of black pepper, and then we're going to mix in this wonderful barbecue rub, Barbecue Bros Carolina style rub, which honestly has a lot of the stuff that I'm talking about: salt, paprika, brown sugar, spice, whatever that means, and red pepper. All right, so this is the seasoned pork butt, and you pretty much got to make sure that you get all the sides, get the bottom. And it's pretty self-explanatory. You could pat it in, you could rub it in. There's a million different theories on whether or not you really need to do that, whether you over-season something. Pork butt is a pretty bland meat on its own, so you can over-season it versus something like brisket, which, you know, you don't want to go as far the other way. So I might add a little bit more, and then we're going to put this on the smoker. So I actually goofed, and I didn't add the mustard first, which is pretty amateur. But the idea is it doesn't make a difference. It's really you add the mustard so that it'll stick. And my meat actually, look, most pork butts don't have a lot of blood in the bag that it comes in, but mine actually was, so the rub is adhering really well. I still added, just for a little taste of flavor and aid in making it have a little extra bark, I added the Grey Poupon, and then I put a little extra rub on, so it'll be fine either way. In the meantime, there's a couple things that we have to do to make sure that this pork butt works out to the best of its ability. Wood. So if you're smoking this thing, you can use any kind of wood you want. Hickory, oak. I wouldn't use mesquite. I haven't really cooked with that much, but I hear it's very sharp. I'm going to be using apple and alder wood. I want to get kind of like a sweeter, lighter smoke. And what's great about this smoker is it has this nice little wood chip adder. So you put the chips in there. You turn it. And that's how you get your smoke. So we got the smoker going right now. And as you can see, there's some nice clean smoke coming out of it. Temperature right now is 246 degrees, 247. I don't know why it's going like that, but I can see it clearly. Camera somehow cannot. The meat probe here says the meat is at 198. I do not believe that. You should buy your own probe. But with that being said, we got good smoke going. Keep it all the way open so the air is clean. The smoke is plenty. You don't need to try to choke it by closing this little device here. Just leave it open. Alright, so let's see what we got over here. This is the pork butt. Looks like it's a little hotter and maybe a little drier on the left side. And looks pretty good. It's coming along pretty well. I'm going to spray it a little bit and try to make sure that it stays nice and moist. So, got my trusty apple juice in this bottle. And here we go. So we are about 3 hours in, and this is what we got so far. So it's looking pretty banging. But now it's time to take it off and wrap it. Alright, so I hit the pork butt with some spray. Got it double wrapped in foil, and now it's going to go back into the smoker for the duration of the time. Oh my good Lord. We just unwrapped this beautiful pork butt. And you can see the bone is just like the meat's pulling away from the bone, the shoulder blade. There's obviously a lot of fat, which is going to get mixed in for flavor. We're going to let this sit for another few minutes, and then we're going to pull it apart. Okay, so here's the finished product. As you can see, you got this shoulder blade, and oh my God, look at that. It's just falling apart. You can just pull it out, no effort. You're pulling out a bone with no effort. And look at that meat. Look at that meat right there. Got a little bit of smoke ring to it. It looks juicy. Got this nice bark. Bet to chop this up. Add a little Rufus Teague hot sauce. And I think we did a job well done.